Guys, Cody here today with some Illaoi. So yeah, new champ just came out, guys, and I was like, hey, let me get her, you know, because I knew from watching some videos and whatnot, she was gonna be really good. Okay, and yeah, she is very good. That's let's get on me. Okay, so just for some reference here, we're all like silver, bronze, and whatnot. It's all my friends in this because we were doing normals. But so there's my tentacle, you know, and so the misfortune is gold 4. And the other Illaoi is gold 5, and I end up beating them. So I mean, we all know who belongs in gold. Me. So we get in. She starts her W, which is not what you're supposed to start in Illaoi. On Illaoi, you're supposed to start your Q because the W doesn't really help early on because the W needs your tentacles in the right spot. So I mean, I've already the other Illaoi brought Ignite too, so like it's gonna be a fun, you know. I should be technically losing this matchup if it was equally skilled because they have Ignite, but that doesn't happen. See, okay. So you saw there that I have my tentacle there. When I W, the tentacle. If there's a tentacle around there, it'll hit whatever I W. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on other tentacles. So it's very interesting. So I hit level 3, so I have my E, which is I take their vessel, and if I destroy the vessel, then they start spawning tentacles. And there we go. And then if if they leave out of a certain range, then they'll start spawning tentacles anyways. And I got first blood because your Q damage is really strong. So, and we'd been experimenting beforehand, so we knew that Illaoi was overpowered. Oh yeah, I was gonna go TP down here and decided not to because what was there wasn't there anymore. Okay, so I took her spirit, but she took mine unfortunately, and she, as you can see, I'm now spawning tentacles. Now when you're the vessel, you can destroy 3 tentacles and get rid of it. Get rid of your vessel status, I guess we'll call it. But you gotta be careful because the tentacles are trying to attack you. So I was just waiting for tentacles to spawn on the tower. But yeah, so she's actually burned her Ignite already. I think she took Warlord's Bloodlust too, so it was like really dumb of her. You don't build crit on her. You build her like you would like Darius. So like the first item I build is Black Cleaver, which you'll see. So now I'm 6, and now I'm like, oh, I can take her really well. Because actually, okay, so I ulted in that fight. As you can see, I've got a lot of tentacles now. So what happens is when I ult, I spawn the tentacle for every champ I ult, I think. And then all those tentacles attack. So pretty much you ult, all the tentacles attack, and then you W, and so the tentacles all attack again. And that just does massive amounts of damage, as you'll see later. But you do kind of have to worry about your mana during the laning phase because it is kind of hard to deal with. So alright, take her already. I'm just trying to beat her down. I see Aurelia shows up, so I was just trying to see if I could finish it off there. So As Illaoi, since you're super OP, you can actually, once you get going, you can start to 2v1 like Darius can. And I took Grasp of the Undying for my mastery because, you know, why not? That's what I always take on my tanky champions in top lane. And you can destroy the tentacles, I don't know if I mentioned that, but you can destroy them by just attacking them twice, or if Illaoi's not there, then attacking them once. So your Q does massive amounts of damage to the minions. You just gotta be careful about not spamming your mana, because you will find that because your stuff has relatively short cooldowns. So you will find that you end up spamming your stuff. Now, Illaoi is OP. He needs to be nerfed, I will say that much. But like, I think what they need to do is they need to tone down on the Q damage and tone down on the tentacle damage, and then decrease the time on the vessel. Because that thing goes on for a long time. I was getting kills for the longest of times just because it was just ridiculous. It was just ridiculously. They just kept spawning tentacles, and so if the people are low and not paying attention, they're dead. So. I mean, since it's a mirror matchup, it's just kind of right now, but I grab her. She comes in, and that's when she's dead. But I actually almost die here. But as you can see, she almost died too, and she used her ignite in that fight too, which is why I got it, which is why I ended up lower than her. So I come back in because I'm like, I want to see if I can kill her because she was still there. So I just pushed her back off. I mean, things are in my favor. I've got 3 kills, you know, everything's going pretty good for me right now. I've pretty much killed the enemy Illaoi. Now Illaoi is a top laner for the most part. You can use her as like a support kind of, but it doesn't really work. Okay, this is good. So I mean, when your vessel's gonna die, like when you walk out of the vessel range, you get a slow as well as spawning tentacles. But right here, I think he kills the tentacle. Yeah, he kills the tentacle, and I get all mad at him, and I get all mad at Salty because, like, I need to kill these tentacles, dude. I need to stop spawning stuff, and actually, I have to like I have to waste my time trying to get back because I needed to kill one more tentacle so that way it would be safe. So I lost time on that. So I said, okay, I'm gonna come this. So I mean, it's actually pretty good. So one of the I won't say it yet. I'll say it when it happens. So pretty much every time you grab someone, if you can't focus like the main target and you grab the soul, everyone should be on them so that way you can get more of your tentacles spawning. So that way it's easier. So that way you're annoying the opponent, and you might be able to you might be able to set up something with the new tentacle spawning. So if you grab someone, we burst them down. They start spawning tentacles. And I'm just waiting to get going here. So Ethan, as the swordsman gets cut out, I flash in and ult, as that is my strategy. and it just does massive amounts of damage because Salty playing Annie just comes in and ults too and just deals. We just wreck. We just wreck. It's over. So that's one of the strategies I like to do. Is I like to jump in and ult. I like to flash ult into a team fight. And I kind of left Corey Soulbox. I kind of left him there. I was TPing back to save my tower. And yeah. So, I mean, it's and apparently I got misfortune earlier. But so, as you can see, I'm 4-1, 4-0-1, 4 kills, 1 assist. So I have Black Cleaver, and I had money left over, so I got Distortion Boots because now Home Guards happens at 20 minutes. So Distortion Boots allows me to get cooldown on teleport and flash. So that's good. And I get extra movement speed. So I knew they were over there. I grabbed them, got that. I mean, you're pretty much like Darius in the sense that you just have all this damage, and oh yeah, you heal with your tentacles too. It's not a great amount of healing. It's where it needs to be for the healing, I think. Because that's not what's making her OP. So as you can see, I'm just spawning tentacles right now. I am getting everything set up for a team fight that's gonna happen. And she ults and completely misses. So we're all happy. Corey gets caught out. So we know we're low, but we kind of have a feeling we could kind of do something. Ethan ults to kill the clone, to kill the soul, and I'm kind of just sitting there like, okay. Because that's not the best of things. So we're getting kills all over the map. As you can see, it's just a bloodbath now. I pretty much made sure that the other Illaoi couldn't do nothing. So we get this. They come over and try to take it, but it doesn't quite work. They tried throwing a spear there at the last second to get me, but nope. So, and pretty much your Q clears like the entire minion wave. It's ridiculous. So, Lee Sin sets up a kill for me. And we get this tower. So I mean, it's pretty. We've already won this match pretty much. But so like, I'm just showing off like how OP Illaoi is, because she's like she's like how Darius was on first release when the rework came out. And we grabbed Lulu because we wanted to just get something, and it's just. I had to ult to get that kill, unfortunately, but oh, and she vesseled me. I wasn't paying attention too, because if you're still in the vessel mode after Illaoi dies, you can still spawn. You can still spawn her tentacles from you. You can still become a vessel, which is, if you're not paying attention, unfortunately, you're like, oh, she's dead, and then it's like, nope. So this is we're just wrecking face now. We don't have towers necessarily, but we have the team fight. And as you see, Corey of course flashes and misses like usual. I think I miscooked my Q there. So we're just like all down here. I think Lee Sin's kind of getting mad at us because we're all down in bot lane. So I'm just like, yeah, we got this. Salty just flashes and obliterates Nidalee. Oh yeah, it was a Nidalee support too, so. Ethan ult. I forget why. I got turned into a vessel at some point. Someone's asking for help back here. I don't know who. Aurelia's pushing that. I'm not too worried though. Cause I mean, I'm got 6 kills. We're up in kills, so we have the advantage in fights. We're just not coordinating things well. And I see that mid lane hasn't been pushed at all, so I'm thinking, okay, we gotta push mid at every chance we get. So. She gets caught out. My soul gets taken. And yeah. You technically take damage from being hit by that, but it's not much. From your soul being hit. So right now it's kind of like iffy whether or not we're gonna win, but we still have the advantage in power. See, we just wrecked face. Although the enemy Illaoi is there and she's making good use of her stuff. She actually flashed, but I'm a vessel still, unfortunately. And she comes in and tries to kill me when I've got a tentacle there. And that's my only death right there, I think. So pretty much, like, you want to make sure that in team fights you have a tentacle up by you. And yeah, that's pretty much the reason why she can only really be used in top lane. Is because you can't. There's no walls for any of your tentacles. So we go in, we get Aurelia. I mean, they don't really have much choice against us. And as you can see, I'm huge now. I think, yeah, I bought Sterax. And I'm building towards a Randuin's because they have some crit from Misfortune. Corey blunders an ult as usual. So we have the advantage, and I know we have the advantage too. We don't have the advantage in towers. So I'm sitting there thinking we can go and I flash in. Doesn't really get the damage that I wanted off on people, but then Salty comes in. He was it wasn't really that coordinated. We get a kill. And then they chase. And so of course, they die, and they die. Even after I just told them not to chase. Corey has to just land an ult, but we know that's not gonna happen, so. Lee Sin doing good, pushing while we're busy with the team. And I didn't even know Lee Sin was actually down there, and then he comes in and gets the kill. Good for him. He was a good Lee Sin. Let's see. Things are we're winning team fights. You know, so we have the advantage. Make use for it. I go in it's just mayhem. We just completely wrecked them. It's like this is overkill right now. Because as soon as I go in and ult, if I ult like 3 people, it's done because I got 3 tentacles attacking people. And then I W, so they all attack again. And it's just massive amounts of damage. So my stream tasting as usual. Aurelia gets caught out. Ethan gets caught out. And it's just... And then the Aurelia actually leaves. Or DCs. But, we had the advantage. Ethan building Misfortune wrong. But Aurelia is just super OP right now. There's literally... She just deals so much damage. Well, I wouldn't say super OP, but she deals so much damage. There's just almost nothing that she can do about it. And they end up surrendering. That's the new champ. I mean, she's good. She's good. I'm gonna use her every chance I get, assuming she's not banned. Because it was funny when she first came out. No, when she came out the other day, no one knew she was out yet, and I was able to play her in some normals. But yeah, she's really good. She needs to get nerfed just a little bit. Like I was saying before, the Q damage and the tentacle damage from the W needs to go down just a little bit, and the E time for the vessel needs to go down. And then I think she'll be in a good spot. So, hey guys, that was a fun game for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Thanks.